Howdy out there, YouTube world. Once again, here it is. Staff Sergeant Cole, United States Army retired. Coming at you here from Homestead, Florida. Well, actually Princeton, but we're going to call it Homestead. That's what the zip code comes up with. So, going to put a kind of video thing together. Just a couple weeks ago, went and did a recon up in Florida Everglades, put in over at Oasis South along Tamiami Trail. And spent a couple of days, spent 2 days up there in the Everglades, went up in 7 miles in, check it out, see what was there. People say I'm stupid because it's too damn hot. Well, I'll agree. It is too damn hot. And after sitting around for over 8 years, swimming in a bottle, working, trying to find a new meaning, new purpose, and missing that job you love to hate and you hate to love. Well, glad I'm retired, glad I got my pension, and thank God for my current employment. I have expensive habits. So, but I did a thing, about 17 short videos on YouTube, trekking the Florida Everglades. It wasn't very informative. It's kind of get your feet wet type video, but it was great. It's really enjoyable. I'll be honest with you, it literally kicked my ass. I wasn't prepared for a lot of things. I went in way too heavy, not just the water, but equipment also, because, you know, I really didn't know what to expect. And like I say, expect the best, plan for the worst. So that's basically what I did. So I wound up rucking out there. What about 80 pounds? And that includes pretty close to 3 gallons of water. The terrain a little rough, probably about 5 miles of some limestone outcroppings that really, oh yeah, it looks good on video. It's like, oh wow, why are you crying? That looks like nice, flat, easy walking. Well, it's not. It's actually pretty uneven. And a lot of holes in it. You gotta watch what you're doing. It's gonna slow you down. Reduced me down to about 2 miles an hour at some points. Barely a mile an hour, because the trail isn't exactly what they show on the map. So you're, you know, a lot of zigzagging, a lot of circumventing, a lot of trees, large trees done across the trail. Recent, not old growth. A lot of improvements since the last hurricane. New placards, a couple areas, you know, it's pretty easy to get off the trail, but the majority of it, very clear, very well marked. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying earlier, trying this YouTube channel thing, I decided I'd create a channel called Trekking the Florida Everglades. And so coming up next month, looks like work's going to be closed for 3 days. They're doing some tenting for termites. And I thought, you know what? Great chance, great opportunity to take another 3 days and head back in. So weather, temperature is going to be a little hotter. Wet or dry, hard to say. Well, we're going to find out when we get out there. But definitely went through some things, some lessons learned, reduced the weight of equipment. Did a lot of stuff I didn't need that I thought I may need or may not, which is the reason I took it, the reason I packed heavy. Another thing too also is food. When I go out there, I do not take just dehydrated crap. I don't take some MREs. I don't take a bunch of damn instant food. Not the hell with that stuff, man. You know, that stuff give you diabetes and screw you up anyway. And it's really not that healthy for you. But what I do for food is I cook. I take real food. You know, I take a lot of dried peas, legumes like lentils or split peas, split yellow peas. You can take black-eyed peas, navy beans, pinto beans. I mean, whatever your favorite kind of bean is. I take those to cook out there. I'll pack a couple apples. Something to chew on. It's fresh food, fruit, good for you. A couple of potatoes. I'll take some russet potatoes, about an average size, enough for me if I was going to bake one, but I'm not going to bake it. I'm actually going to cut it up and I'm going to throw it into peas or the lentils or whatever legumes that I decide to cook. Another thing that I do, I'll pre-cook some biscuits. I'll take a bag of biscuits, a dozen biscuits in a Ziploc bag, pre-cooked, you know, and they'll be okay. It's just a day or two early. The meats. You get out there in that heat, you are burning calories, let me tell you. I mean, you're burning like a madman. So you want a lot of serious fat calories if you're going out there to do something like this, especially with the heat. You know, you're thinking, oh, it's hard to digest. No, your body's going to eat it up. Trust me. You're going to use it all. In fact, you're actually going to lose some weight. It's good exercise, and it's really nice to get out there in the heat, get a good sweat going, because most of us live in air conditioning these days, and a lot of toxins stay in the system. The only way you're going to get it out, your liver can't handle it, is to get out and get a good sweat going. Serious, hard sweat. One that puts you pretty close to dehydration. Well, heat exhaustion, I should say, not necessarily dehydration. So I've never stopped sweating, especially out there. So I'm always knowing that I've taken in plenty of water. But pre-cooked pork sausages, you know, you can do breakfast sausage, whatever, Publix, Tennessee Pride, Jimmy Dean, whatever you see. I prefer to take things like a kielbasa, a pre-cooked one, a pound, cut it up in small pieces, chunks. I'm going to put it inside the legumes. Or I'll take some bratwurst, pre-cook it, and so the meat is all pre-cooked prior to me leaving. I'll do that the night before, so that'll be the freshest, and cooked meat actually definitely lasts longer than fresh out there, especially with the heat. But so everything's pre-cooked, everything's pre-measured, and the idea for that came to me from looking at soldiers' rations from the 18th century, you know, 1700s, what soldiers had to eat back then. But difference is, mine's actually much fresher, and there's no bone. So, soldier back then, for his pound of meat a day, might have been 3/4 of a pound bone, depending on, I guess, his rank, and how far down the shank did he want that with a shank steak. That actually is probably better for him, because they had a lot of bone marrow, come to think of it. Anyway, so I took that idea. You know, however many ounces that they were allotted back then for peas or what have you, their starches, their rice, if they had rice, if they were lucky. The meat a lot of times were bad cuts, full of bone, but it was a pound of meat. Could have been pork, beef, fish, whatever. Skip the chicken. You don't want to go trucking with live chickens. That's not cool. And chicken doesn't keep unless it's live. So, no eggs, but definitely the legumes. It's great protein, great for you. Cook it into a stew, some good starch from a good russet potato. Probably maybe 1/4 pound, you know, about a 5-inch long russet. Like I said, I take a couple of those. The fresh apples, Granny Smith, you know, a good sweet apple, just, you know, gonna lighten your palate and give you some moisture. And that way you're not sucking a lot of your fluids to digest the food, as what you would do with dehydrated items. The bread, like I said, pre-cooked biscuits, cook them up, put them in the oven, let them cool overnight, leave them on the cooling rack, throw them in a Ziploc bag to go into the top, because, yeah, everybody hates crushed biscuits, right? The meat's pre-cooked, again, like I said, and water-wise, for a couple of days, I take 3 gallons, right at 3 gallons. And then we're going to cut the equipment down from what I originally took. And what I'll do is another video following this, and the whole thing's going to be titled Trekking the Florida Everglades. Just kind of make that announcement and get it out there, and we'll see what happens. We'll tag this with, of course, the Florida Everglades. And my main focus is actually the area in Collier County, just across the county line from where I'm at, about 70 miles away. And you put in an oasis, 100% free. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay to store your vehicle. And man, you can't beat that. And during the summertime, when everybody's crying and whining, it's so dadgum hot. Oh my God, it's hotter than Hays down here. Yeah, well, whatever. It's free. And because it's so hot, you ain't gonna have no company out there. People are like, oh, I can't handle that. Okay, whatever, that's cool, that's good. Use it for your advantage. Enjoy the solitude, enjoy the reclusiveness. So the next video, when I go back out, after I've done my recon, which I just did in previous videos, 17 of them, We're going to have to figure out a way to get out there and create a water source, because it is dry. You're not going to have any issue with alligators or pythons or cottonmouth, whatever. It's too dry, too hot. So they're not going to bother you. You get some great breezes during the daytime. At night, well, during the daytime, I guess your temps, you could say, probably going to soar to about between 102 to 105 out there. But that's okay. You take the right shelter, lightweight tarp, you'll make some shade out there. You get the breeze blowing, Coriolis effect. It really blows through pretty good, which feels nice. And then you get some shade, you'll be fine. At night, at dusk, kind of when you want to set your fire and get it started, get it flared up, you know, cook your dinner prior to that. So we'll be using a twig stove. Keeps the flames down because it is dry. But then I do a pretty decent fire right before or right at the time the sun's going down, because the wind's going to die. As soon as that wind stops blowing, yes, the mosquitoes come out. Yes, the no-see-ums come out if you want to carry them. You know, no-see-ums looks like a miniature gnat with a giant mouth and all teeth. Little tiny wings, little bastards. They'll eat you up. But it's really not that bad. Bug repellent, what I use is a eucalyptus oil with lemon. You can buy it in Walmart, you can buy it whenever. It works really, really good. The one thing you definitely don't want to do, don't be putting it on your face, because with the sweat while you're rocking, you know, it's just going to get in your eye, it's going to burn, it's going to irritate the hell out of them. But it's not going to hurt you, it's not going to blind you. You'll be fine. And you just use a scarf or something, get a little wet and wipe it off. So we're going to go over that in the very near future. I should have probably made a checklist of things to go over so it doesn't sound like I'm just rambling out of my ass. But we're going to do that. We'll go over some equipment list, what to expect, what to take, what to carry. Okay. Edge items such as tomahawk's probably the best because it's going to be really super light. A type of bola, miniature machete with a curved blade. That'll be good for if you have to hack out something or get into things. There's plenty of dead wood out there that works wonderful. Works great on a twig stove. When I was out there, man, I tell you, first thing I did when I got to camp, 7 Mile camp, got a pot out, doing my little baggie of lentils, covered it with some water, slapped the lid, set it to the side. And then when I finished setting up camp, did everything, that stuff was setting for probably 3 hours. So set up camp, hydrated, took a nice long nap, got up around 5:15 in the afternoon, felt wonderful. Lit the twig stove up, and you'll find that in there. Man, it didn't take 10 minutes. And man, those lentils were boiling. They were at a hard roll. So it took maybe 20 minutes total time to cook those lentils, make them nice and soft. I cut my potato, leave the skin on it, just rinse it off a little bit, get some dirt, but leave that skin, a lot of nutrients in there. And cut it up, threw it in, gave it another 5-6 minutes, threw in half a pound of pre-cooked kielbasa, and grabbed 2 of them biscuits out of that bag, man. Woo-wee! I tell Grandpa Jones' own hee-haw couldn't have made a better dinner. So, there you have it. Why waste your time with dehydrated foods or that other garbage? You can take real food. You can cook it. It's not going to deplete your water supplies. And speaking of, great way to wash your dishes while you're out there too. We're going to go over that. So over the next couple of weeks, between now and toward the last week of June, we'll do some updates. We'll do a few things. When you get some approval for a live video, maybe we can do a Q&A or something. See what's going on. And kind of keep you guys updated. That's how we're going to do it. That's what's going on. We'll set the date in concrete. And then, brother, we're going to pack up the night before, and we're going to roll back out there. The Everglades kicked my ass on the first time, but I didn't quit. It didn't win. It kicked my butt, but it didn't win. But we're going to go back in June, the end of June, and I'm going to kick its ass. All right? Look forward to seeing y'all out there on the trail. Get out, enjoy the American outdoors, hike, do something. Get out and enjoy it. Get some stress out of your life. You relax. Renews your spirit, renews your soul, and brings you back to God. Okay. All right, folks. Once again, this is Staff Sergeant Cole. I'll see y'all here in about a week with an updated video. Put some plans together. Show you the weights, the foods, the water. go through the packing list, show you the rig, how I'm going to set up. And I hope to see you out there in the Florida Everglades. Peace out.